let us talk about the test of randomness. The test of randomness, that means you are given a set of numbers, whether you want to understand whether those numbers are random numbers or what kind of correlation, whether there is any pattern exists among them, or the random numbers, what kind of random numbers they are maybe. We can do this by simply doing scatter plot, of the successive numbers, scatter plot of successive numbers, and we will see whether any pattern comes out from them. Well, suppose you are given a set of random numbers, an array of numbers, for example, say x0, x1, x2, x3, and say xn. Suppose you are given some set of numbers, whether you generate through a random number generator in Python, or you are given some numbers from somewhere and you have to test them. Okay. So, the simple way to do this is that you take successive pairs. For example, you take x0 and x1, and then x1 and x2, and then x2 and x3, and so on, and you plot them. That means you are having two lists. One list is consists of x0, x2, x4, x6, and so on. For example, all say these numbers one instead of alternative numbers, and the other set is x1. Say you start from here and then go here, then x3, x5, x7, and so on. So, you create two lists or two arrays from this array. Okay, and you think that this is your x and this is your y, and then you simply do this x y scatter plot and see whether there is any pattern among them. That means you plot x0 versus x1, x2 versus x3, x4 versus x5, and so on. That means basically you are basically plotting xn here, if I say, and then it is xn plus 1 here. Okay, and the first task is to create an array of numbers in Python, and then we separate two lists by NumPy slicing. Okay, how do you do that? We can, let me show you. Okay, let me go to the interpreter. Well, so let me import NumPy as NP. Well, NumPy is imported, and then to plot you need matplotlib. So, import matplotlib.pyplot, pyplot as plt. Okay, and you soon it will be imported. So, matplotlib is imported. Now, you create a set of random numbers, say x, from numpy np dot random. This is the random module in NumPy, and under that you can use random, the function name is random, or the random number generator random, and it creates random numbers between 0 and 1, and you create a size of say 10,000 random numbers, for example. Okay, so you create this. Well, Now you create two separate lists. How do you do that? You just while plotting you can do that, plt.plot, and you use x, you write colon colon 2. That means you slice a list where the numbers starts from the beginning, the 0th one, ends at the end, and in step of 2. That means it starts from x0, then x2, then x4, and so on. Versus you plot x, and the next set you start from 1. So the index number here is 0, index number here is 1, and colon colon, that means you try to go to the end and in step of 2. So one shifted, right? And you plot with dot. That's it. Okay, and you plot and you show this. Well, so this is what you get. You get all these numbers trying to fill the entire space. Of course, you can see they are a little bit clustered, but more and more numbers, if you create even more numbers, say 100,000, and do the same exercise, you see they are going to fill the space. But this is the signature of uniform random numbers. Okay. Now, of course, if you create a set of numbers from normal, say random.normal, that means it's a normal distribution, of course, and you say, for example, you give the mean value 1 and the sigma, that means the standard deviations, say for example 0.5, and you create again some, say 100,000 numbers. If you do the same exercise for normal random numbers taken from normal distribution, you see how does it look. It looks the way it is. Okay, so here you see it's the signature of normal distribution. That means inside there is a high density. That means you can, it's a reminiscence of the peak of the distribution, because inside at the center it is the peak, so most probable values, and you go on all sides, and these they are around the tail. So more and more less and less dense numbers around the tails. Okay, so most of the numbers come from the center. Okay, so this is your normal distribution. You can test this simple scatter plot for any other kinds of random numbers, any other which are taken from various kinds of distributions, Poisson distribution, exponential distribution, and so on. Now let me check with a set of numbers which are not random, for example, or they are partially random, for example. Let me do this exercise. Let me create a set of random numbers x equal to np dot random dot say random, and I create a size of say 100 random numbers, for example. Okay, and now I want to create a set of 100,000 random numbers by repeating these 100 random numbers between 0 and 1. How do I do that? There is a function called np.tile. Okay, np.tile. Let me tell you what it does actually. Np.tile is basically, you have a set of random numbers. For example, you are creating from 0 to 1 something here, and this whole bunch, whole tile you repeat. That means inside this block the numbers are random, but this block is repeating here, so the same block, That means you have a set, you have a entire set of random numbers, these plus these plus these plus these, but inside that there is a period. After each block, each such 100 numbers, there will be a repetition. So they are basically kind of not purely random, but there is a periodicity in it. Let me tell you, let me show you whether the scatter plot can understand, can reveal that periodicity. Let me first show you that, say for example, x equal to say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me show you what it does. Np dot tile, if I say x and if I say 3 for example, that means I want to repeat this set of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 3 times. Okay, let me show you what. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there is another way of repeating this. For example, if I have this and if I use this repeat function, REPEAT, what it does? It does some other thing. For example, it will create each number 3 times. It will repeat each number 3 times. That means 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. So we will use this both the functions tile and repeat to create some set of numbers from a set of random numbers, where obviously there will be some kind of periodicity, either this way or this way. Okay, so let me first do that. So let me go back here again and I create say 100 random numbers. Well, and now I create another array y, which is np dot tile, and then you get x, and say I repeat this 1000 times. So that means we have 100 into 1000, that means 100,000 random numbers. So let me now plot this, plt dot plot. How do I do this scatter plot? Now obviously I will take y, so it will be y colon colon 2, right, y 1 colon colon 2 and with dot. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, now you see, although we have plotted 100,000 numbers, in earlier case it was the complete space filling. Now you see the numbers are clustered around all the sum points. Okay, all the 50 points. Here there will be of course 50 pairs. So around that all the numbers are clustered. So this you will not see the space filling here. So you can suspect that the numbers you are plotting here, numbers you are dealing here, are not completely uniformly random. We can test this. Well, we can check this. We can check this with other function. Say repeat, REPEAT. So I repeat these 100 numbers, each of them 1000 times. That means 1000 times, then 2 1000 times, 3 1000 times, and so on. This is some other way of doing repeating the numbers. Okay, and now I want to plot this way. I want to show this. What it does, it is even prominent that the numbers are falling on a single line, and whatever it is, it must be, if you think of it, it must be that. So it is creating some pattern. All the numbers are falling on the line. That means you have a very, very short term correlation. Okay, you can test this with a number, with some creating some numbers through some functions. For example, any mathematical function. For example, let me create x equal to np dot linspace, and then say, for example, I create from 0 to 1000 and then 100,000 1000 numbers. Suppose I create between say 0 and 1000 for example, and if I now create np dot sign of x, that means I am giving some this range is from 0 to 1000, but of course y values are, these are taken as radians whatever it is, and then I take sign of those numbers. Okay, so let me see that. So the numbers are perfectly kind of connected through this mathematical function. So let me plot this way. Let me plot this way, and you see again they are perfectly on the on a line, perfectly on a line. So that means of course they are never random. I can try in very many different ways. For example, I create x equal to n some, let me create some list of numbers in this way. For example, sign np dot sign of say x, for example, not I, x I, say for example, and plus I create let me for I in range say 1000 say for example. Okay, and so say that means we are creating numbers between 0 to 999, okay, and 1000 numbers. So let me do that first. It's all the same. Let me do that first. Plot x and x and this. So here you see a kind of pattern, right? You see kind of pattern here. Okay, some pattern. Okay, it has to be. So now you can do what you can do. You take this and you add some kind of randomness with this. Okay, this is the determined one function, and you add some np dot random. Okay, let me put some randomness for every I. Okay, some random number you are calling every time, and create these numbers, for example. Let's do that. And now check. Yeah, you see the numbers. Earlier it was a kind of ellipse, and the numbers are scattered around that ellipse. So that means still you are getting some pattern around it. So in this way you can take very many different kinds of numbers, whether they are completely random, that means either they are uniform or some other things, or they are connected, there are some short range correlation or not. If you plot in this way, simple scattered plot xn versus xn plus 1, it will primarily reveal that whether there is a kind of relation or kind of short term pattern exists among them. So this way you can identify whether the numbers given to you are random or not. But to test really you need to go to test through autocorrelation function. We'll do it in the next video. Thank you.